whatchamacallit, a Predator Ultimate, whatchamacallit, Ultimate Guide. So, when you start off, and you're gonna just like, do all that other stuff, but here, I'm gonna give you the first things. So, when you start off as a Predator, well, I'll explain to it about a match, but when you start out a Predator, you hunter, right? What you're gonna do, I'm not saying you have to, but I recommend you play a couple matches as fire team. So like, because when you're Predator, what do you, hold on, what do you need, like, what would you do on a fire team? I mean, mostly rush the objectives, and sometimes, rush the Predator. But, mostly rush the objectives. But, what am I saying? Well, hey, come on. So, like, you know what you're doing. Like, so, like, you know where to go. Like, so on fire team, on Predator, and second thing, you have to know your maps. Like, know where. That's why you also got a free fire team. Like, like, what objectives they're doing. So, and then, like, if you know what objectives they're going, maybe, like, to they're going. Because there's, like, they can do any objective in the game. That's why sometimes, you want to go to every camp, and like you want to trigger the alarm on like camps, so they have extra enemies over there. So like what you can do is like you can shoot your plasma cannon, or you can like run right in front of people and then once you do that and they're all like riled up, go to the next camp, do that and stuff. Because usually it just depends on what maps you're playing on. They usually go to like 2 main areas, and like on like derailed, overgrowth, and backwater, they usually go to like stargazer areas and stuff, or OWLF areas. And also speaking of it, on the maps you can find this is just a little tip in the game. On the maps you can find these OWLF recordings. These are extremely rare. Like, and stuff, like this stuff. And Dutch shapes. You have to like be certain levels for these ones. So this one you have to be level 50 to get.
25.
And this one.
March. October 12th.
This one.
March 3rd. March 3rd, 1996. September 12th, 1987. My name is Major Alan Schaefer, also known as Dutch, U.S. Army veteran, Special Forces Commander, and the only survivor of the Valverde incident. These tapes are my personal testimony. Insurance. Should anything happen to me, what I found won't be lost.
1987 tape.
April 1991.
1992, 1996, 1997, 2008, then 2019, and then 2025.
It's hard to believe that I'm still here recording this. I probably shouldn't be smoking in the med bay, but fuck it, it's my birthday, for Christ's sake.
Really? Okay, that's fine.
I turned 78 today.
Okay, I'll just go to Dad's room.
I should be retired. I should be doing anything but this. My life.
Huh.
The very thing that haunts me is what's keeping me alive. As we began to understand the importance of this technology, we
So, if you know like the storyline behind these tapes in game, oh jeez, it's still loading in. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm showing off all these tapes. It's just I want to let y'all know. So this tape, not OWLF. So this tape is like this tape is like, I think a week. Debriefing is I think like a week or 2 weeks after the Predator incident. This one's like, hold on, 18. This one's 4 years after. This one's a year after, like 5 years after. This one. Wait, hold on. So all this, if you add all of these, like the years he's been recording this and stuff, it goes all the way up to 38. So 38 years after hunting predators, they're still, yes, here. Blah, blah, blah. Can this match already start? I'm trying to guide. Sorry, I'm just gonna pause the stream and like until we get the match. So I guess there's not a feature for that on the PlayStation, so we're just gonna have to wait, people. Okay, never mind. So, when you're hopping in as a predator, the first thing you want to do is, you know, just think what you would do as a fire team off the start. Mud up, go to do the objectives and stuff. So that's why you're not going to be able to thermal, like, unless you, but you also have target isolation, so you're going to use the target isolation and cloak yourself when you're like traveling around. So like, unless you run into the fire team and they're like blind, so they just light you up. And stuff. And would you want to be lit up as fire team on just starting the match? No. So on target isolation, when you do that, what you're gonna do is what you call it? You're gonna go to one of these two camps. You see like. So you see this big building right there? That's not one of, like the main area, you'll see that one on like the very top, right? That's the one they're gonna be going to. They're not gonna go to the train station. They could go to the train station though, don't get me that wrong. I've done a couple of missions in train station. But you're not told what mission they're doing, so you're gonna have to figure out yourself. So then hunt's about to start, boys. Alright, and guide starts now. So I might not have the knowledge, but if like some things I can't tell you, you can just like see what I do. And you can like write that down. Cause alright, here goes the guide. So first things first, you're gonna want to, like when you start the match, cloak thermal vision and see the target isolation cooldown. You don't have to like cloak at the start, but when you get like near a camp, you're gonna like want to cloak. And then target isolation, when you see the red dot, go to the red dot, because that's where the fire team's gonna be. Nice. So that's one alarm. Now I gotta move Now I must move to this next one. Okay, so as you all just heard, they had mud on. So I'm gonna go to this camp now. I'm gonna touch somebody and then I'm gonna run. Looks like they're not doing a mission here. Possibly, possibly not. There's no AIs. Touch him. There we go. So, I heard them over here. So they're hitting the alarm over there, right? So bam, you did the first step. Hit the alarm. I'm also think what a fire team would do. So you see, they're over here. And they're coming my way. How many AI kills do they have? Okay. When you like check the AI, you always want to make sure they're killing AIs. I mean, you don't want to make sure that, but if you make sure they're killing AIs, if they like kill a bunch, that means, you did that successfully. And just don't do what I'm doing, like straight rush. I mean, when you're berserker like me, you can't abuse your power. Not and any predator on the earth. Never abuse your power. A berserker, just because you have like max health and stuff, doesn't mean you abuse that. You abuse that, you're gonna get killed. You still have to play it stealthy no matter what. They mudded. See, they're sticking in a group, right? You want to split that up. You want to confuse them. So maybe shoot a plasma caster over there. Confuse them. Keep them looking. You want to always keep them looking for you. See, I just shot him. Bam. Pick them off. See, they just saw me, right? But he didn't mark me. But he's gonna, that dude right there that's talking, he's gonna tell all the team. Sometimes, if you have to, show up on them. Show yourself. Make them chase you sometime. And then sometimes you gotta run away. And then when they like bust you up like that, always heal and cloak at the same time. And you know, just do like think like fire team. When they stay still, take that as a advantage. And bam, that's a whole squad, right? Fire team eliminated. And I couldn't claim the last dude. That's so trash, man. Oh, that's sucky. Everybody had to, of course, be right there. And I'm not really a good guider.